Hey One Tree Hill fans, welcome back to Remote Access on Clevver News, the show where we break down your favorite TV shows and give you an inside look at what's to come. I'm your host, Deidre Behar, hanging out here in our Hollywood studios, and boy oh boy, I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to officially say this, but Chad Michael Murray is returning to One Tree Hill for next week's episode. We've got your first look, check it out.
This Wednesday,
Where are you, son?
the search for a missing son
I'm not afraid of you.
will have them seeking help from one person they can always count on.
Nathan will come home.
The return of Chad Michael Murray to One Tree Hill.
Now, if you're anything like me, you were left feeling slightly enraged over last night's episode of OTH. I mean, how many times did those European mafioso gangster guys have to point a gun at Nathan? Not cool if you ask me. But at least now we know that Nathan is still alive and that his friends and family are pulling out all the stops to get him back. We've got Dan and Julian tag teaming to find the culprit, Mouth doing some hardcore investigative journalism to get a lead on where Nathan could possibly be, and Haley working extra hard to stay strong for her kids while keeping the cafe up and running. We also were treated to a few OMG moments where we saw Jamie call his beloved grandpa Dan a liar, Clay managed to sleepwalk right out of his mental treatment facility, and Chris Keller finally discovered that Chase was also hooking up with Tara, even though he took the news way better than we thought he would. So with Lucas Scott making his big entrance back into Tree Hill after being absent for seasons 7 and 8, what can the fans expect? Chad Michael Murray told E! Online that he's not just returning for old time's sake, but actually for a really serious reason, saying, quote, "Lucas needs to come back to combat some of the drama that's going on in Haley's life. We get a little bit of an opportunity to see what we really loved in the relationship between Haley and Luke, and it's just kind of a little throwback and a little visit for our fans and for our wonderful following." And speaking of the wonderful following that OTH has racked up over the past 9 years, Chad dished that his return was simply a treat for the fans. CMM explained, "It's just simple. These fans have been so loyal and kind, and they have been the backbone for this show. They deserve an opportunity to at least have that last moment." To be able to come back and give Lucas a little bit of life in the last moments of this world, I think it's a really cool blessing, and I think it's a really cool surprise for our following. So I know I couldn't be more pumped about Lucas coming back to visit and lend a helping hand to his good old pal Haley, but I've got to know your thoughts. What's gonna happen to Nathan? Are the crazy mafia men gonna hurt him? Or do you think the OTH team will successfully track him down and help get him back into safety? Talk to me about it below in the comments section, and I'll make sure to go through and add my own comments too. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Clevver News for more One Tree Hill, TV, and celebrity news. In Hollywood, I'm Deidre Behar, and I'll see you guys soon.